So if we are able to identify or imagine fear and perceive threats, why doesn't the feeling of anxiety lose its grip? What is it that is keeping us from feeling better and replacing the anxious thoughts with the ones of joy, passion, and excitement? Let's find out. Hey there, and welcome to Stepping into Anxiety, where we discuss, process, and ultimately empower your journey towards mental healing. My name is Ryan. The content I create is based on my own personal journey of learning and understanding the deep complexities of my own anxiety over the past 10 years through scientific research at the graduate level, novel strategies, and persistent exploration of the patterns of thoughts. If you're enjoying the content, please hit the subscribe button below. One little click goes a long ways. If you're already subscribed, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Now, let's get into it. We call it avoidance. Avoidance is the changing of our behavior to avoid thinking or feeling things that are unsettling or uncomfortable. In other words, we choose to do anything other than that very thing giving us psychological trouble. Avoidance also gives the green light to your brain to keep worrying because while in the short term you feel better by distracting your mind elsewhere, the long-term problem still exists. What then can happen is you'll begin to believe you can't overcome your anxious thinking and fears. Now, don't get mad at your brain, but it actually strengthens those neurological pathways of worry because it thinks, hey, this must be important because we keep thinking about it. In some cases, people's amygdalas are actually enlarged because they are so active, relating memories to potential threats and fears. So you become hypersensitive to things that used to bring you not a worry in the world. Your brain becomes more hypersensitive and thus has more motivation to avoid anything that might physically or psychologically harm you. But what is it called when we think about the same thought over and over? We call this rumination, and it's a very important term to understand. Rumination means continuously thinking about the same thought without taking action. So your imagination takes the wheel and your negative thoughts / fears / perceived threats become a cycle of thoughts of no purpose other than to tell your amygdala to gear up for a threat all the time. So avoidance completes the cycle of anxiety, sending your mind back to the initial thought. Then rumination takes those imagined fears and perceived threats and continuing to think about them over and over and over again. It's a vicious cycle that results in physiological responses of a raised heart rate, sweaty palms, shortness of breath, or stomach pain, or many other symptoms. Now, we see the cycle of anxiety and how powerful it truly is. Think of this cycle spinning as fast as helicopter blades in your mind. You soon start to realize just how many times you run this circle every day. The sole purpose of this illustration is to help you better understand the inner workings of your thoughts. Give it a shot. Take each circle of the cycle and write in it what your thought is and what you're feeling. It's going to take some time to identify it, but being able to identify how our imagination and perception alter our thinking is going to help you gain power over your anxiety. You will then be empowered to accept the thoughts you are having and address them each as you become better at identifying them. Each day you decide to not avoid but move forward and better understand your anxiety, the more joy will return to your life as you bravely step into your anxiety. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, you guys.